Eric, is that a fair point from Taylor here on our one of our viewers saying that Romney's always been on policy, but people didn't quite recognize it. Just the appearance of Ryan helps solidify that. Is it a fair point?
I think that it does help solidify it. I think it helps solidify a lot of things. And in the same breath, I'll say it also adds a lot of question marks. But when you watch you have two, people running for the most powerful office in the country, both saying he said, she said, and the general public thinking like, okay, who is going to help? Where does Medicare stand? Just as the first issue where they're calling each other out on it, because in general, the public doesn't know unless you want to read Paul Ryan's plan and you want to read Obama's plan. They're both really complicated to understand, and then form your own judgment. You're going to have to rely on what everybody else is saying.
But also, we don't know if the Ryan plan is going to be the Romney plan. Brad, is Governor Romney sort of handicapped in some ways by the Ryan plan as well as it being a bonus?
He is if he allows himself to be, and to be fair and balanced, I'm going to criticize the Republicans right now and say that, look, in the next week or so, we've got to come out with a Romney-Ryan plan, and that plan has got to have meat on the bone, it's got to be clear, it's got to be understandable, and it's got to be articulated by both the presidential nominee and the VP nominee. And there can't be any daylight between them. They are a team, they're running as a team, they're going to govern as a team. And right now, we also have to find out who's behind the curtain, Jonathan. Who are the people who are likely to become the OMB director, the Treasury Secretary, the Secretary of State? And I think we have to start parading out the kind of people who Romney is going to attract to government and who he's going to rely on. And they should be on television, and they should be explaining policy, and they should be able to be questioned by the media. So we have a lot of work to do in a very short period of time, but I happen to agree that we need a little bit more meat on the bone.
Something I've thought about, Brad brings it up there, Eric, something I've thought about a lot. Wouldn't we all be better served if we knew who were going to be the chief advisors on many topics like that, as Brad says, on foreign policy, on economics, on education? Wouldn't the whole electorate be better served if we knew that ahead of time?
Absolutely, and I do think, and I've done nothing but compliment throughout the entire process, how Romney has handled the campaign. I bet he does make a move like that, and I think it's very smart. The problem with that is, and the risk that you run, is that the people that you are selecting or anointing or are going to be in the position say the wrong thing, because one wrong comment really kills a week and changes all those poll numbers.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yes, it is a problem as well, isn't it, Brad? That everybody treads so carefully because every small gaffe or misstep is so magnified in the intensity of this election season.
Yeah, no risk, no reward. If you're going to lead, you got to lead, and if you're going to sit on the ball, you don't win. And the fact of the matter is, if you want to be president and you want to tackle the tough problems, you need to attract good people. And the people that you attract should be people who can stand up to the kind of scrutiny that's going to be given by the press, not only to themselves but to the policies they are espousing. So I happen to disagree with saying it's good to play safe and it's good to sit on the ball. No, I think we have to be bold and we have to be aggressive and we have to be real in the policies and the people we're attracting. Otherwise, this is all an exercise with no good ending.
Eric, talking of being bold, would you like to see some change in the higher echelons of the Obama administration to refresh for a second term, if a second term were to come about?
Yeah,
and who and where?
You know what? This is what I was very enthusiastic about. Yes, we can. I was very enthusiastic about change that I haven't actually seen, and I'm disappointed. So while I'm still a supporter of President Obama's, yeah, I would like to see some changes. I think that would be good.
Any names you would like to see?
I'm just curious, and a neighbor and a friend, but I'm surprised Tim Geithner's still around. He draws a lot of attention that I don't think is helpful.